Is Valley News Live at 10.
If you have a teen that uses e-cigarettes, you may want to find out what's inside.
Research indicates that more and more high school students are filling their e-cigs with marijuana. And new studies show that teens in Minnesota who use them are also switching to tobacco products.
Valley News Team's Ashley Holcomb tells us if teens here in the Valley are picking up on the trends and what parents should be looking for.
Why do teens smoke cigarettes?
When you're going out and stuff and like somebody just offers you like a pull or something, it's just not a big deal, I guess.
And what's their attraction to e-cigarettes?
Sometimes it can be a stress reliever, and sometimes it can just, take your mind off of things. And sometimes it's just fun to do with friends because it's nothing like really serious.
It's no surprise that nicotine is addictive, but the effects it has on the human brain may turn some heads.
Nicotine will slow the development of the teen brain right when it's in its most critical development side. So literally the teen that's using nicotine products right now is never going to be able to develop their brain to the full potential.
So some teens are using e-cigs and basically putting anything they want inside of them.
The thing about a vape device that many people don't know is really anything you can dissolve into a liquid matrix, you can actually vape.
And that includes marijuana. According to McCoy, a little over 30% of current e-cigarette users admitted to using marijuana of some sort in their vape device. So what can parents do?
The only thing that parents can do is educate themselves and be aware and be asking the questions.
You should also know the terms teens are using, such as vaping or juuling, and know what these devices look like. Some resemble a USB device and plug into laptops. The more you know, the more you can protect your teen. In Moorhead, Ashley Holcomb, Valley News Live.
While numbers are going up in Minnesota, in North Dakota, fewer teens are going from e-cigs to tobacco products. About 20% of the high schoolers in the state use e-cigs. About 12% of them use some kind of tobacco.
We're hearing from school leaders at Richland 44 School tonight regarding a case where 5 students were charged in juvenile court with multiple felonies after alleged hazing and sexual assault incidents. In a statement, school board president Lisa Amundson says they understand the frustration from families over the perceived slow pace of the investigation, but she says they didn't want to rush the outcome. The statement says none of the students charged are attending class or taking part in any extracurricular activities, and the school has taken steps to provide for their education while protecting the rights of victims until the matter is resolved. During the alleged hazing and sexual assault incidents, lights were supposedly turned off, the victims held down and violated. The 5 students were charged with a total of 10 felony counts and 24 misdemeanors. Police say no females were identified as victims or suspects in the investigation. To read the full statement from Richland 44, go to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story.
Really felt like we were in the deep freeze all day, even when temps were above zero. Hutch joins us now with what we can expect tonight. Hutch?
Well, more of the same. The skies are beginning to clear as we head through the overnight hours. It looks like a bitter cold night ahead as the snow showers move south and east of the Twin Cities. For us, a wind chill advisory for many along and north of Highway 2. It does include Park Rapids as well. Wind chills to 30 below zero. Air temperatures as we go from now until daybreak, we'll see teens below in northwest Minnesota. But a southerly wind takes hold tomorrow. It looks breezy once again tomorrow, but south winds usually warm us up. I'll have details on how warm we get, and we'll take a look at that weekend forecast here in just a few moments.
All right, thanks.
A child care shortage has hit the valley. Some parents are even saying they're signing up and paying for daycare far before the baby is born, just to make sure they have a spot when baby arrives. Several daycare centers are closing in Becker County because they can't find people who want to work, and it's taking a toll on some rural communities.
Either they have to forgo work, or a lot of times they will beg, borrow, or steal to find childcare for their children.
Nonprofits, state agencies, and businesses near Otter Tail County say they're working on a collaborative effort to bring more options to the area. They'll be using some vacant rooms in the county's building for childcare options.
A police booking report says the suspected gunman in Wednesday's high school massacre has confessed details of the mass shooting.
Nicholas Cruz is being held without bond and is on suicide watch. The survivors are doing their best to comfort one another and make sense of the tragedy.
Reporter Kenneth Craig is in Parkland, Florida, with a look at how the deadly shooting unfolded.
Therefore, Mr. Cruz, you're going to be held without bond.
19-year-old Nicholas Cruz is behind bars, facing 17 counts of premeditated murder. Cruz's attorneys say he is a deeply troubled young man who fell through the cracks.
He is fully aware of what is going on, and he's just a broken human being.
Police say Cruz bought his semi-automatic rifle at Sunrise Tactical Supply in Coral Springs last February. Cruz took an Uber to the scene of the crime Wednesday and started shooting around 2:21 in the afternoon.
I was hiding in an open room that the shooter could have easily walked into and killed me.
Police say Cruz told them after the rampage he ditched his gun and ammunition in a plan to save himself.
The suspect crossed fields and ran west and tried to mix in with the group that were running away, fearing for their lives.
An officer from a neighboring police department spotted Cruz in a residential area and arrested him.
For a quick moment, I thought, could this be the person? Is this who I need to stop?
Authorities have interviewed more than 2,000 people so far in this investigation. The school is still a crime scene.
Meadow Pollock.
A massive crowd gathered at an evening vigil trying to find comfort together, their candles lighting the way. It was one of several vigils Thursday where some students remarked that this tragedy was preventable.
It's an American problem that school shootings are happening.
A problem that's now rocked another American community reeling with grief. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Parkland, Florida.
Officials say 3 of the victims were killed outside of the school. 2 others died inside the school, and 2 died at the hospital. This is the deadliest school shooting in the United States in 5 years.
Some backlash for Snapchat after it redesigns its app. That's later on Valley News Live at 10.
But first, if you're one of the lucky ones who hasn't gotten the flu, some advice that may help you continue to keep it that way.